like to compliment the ministry in terms of a work well done in terms of the YAP program, as well as the various other initiatives in terms of entrepreneurial programs. You could now go and be a welder, an electrician, various other subjects, various other offers that the ministry is more or less offering to the youths. However, as we highlighted some time ago, there is several issues that we would like to partner with the ministry with and sort of ask them if they could reconsider the whole question of the vaccine card, as well as the whole question of the police record, disqualifying a youth if he want to change his life around, where he might have run into the law and now he have to have a police record, and that debar him from being a model citizen as such. We also have issues, and we want to have a discussion with the ministry. Sometime this week we're supposed to go and meet with officials at the Ministry of Youth in terms of the recommendations that we have to get a prime minister, or we have to get a minister of religion who is registered and all that sort of thing to recommend our youths. We find that we put in too much of a barrier to assist the youths. So with our discussion with the ministry, we're hoping that we could, sensitize the ministry to that sort of problem that we're having, and we could eliminate some of those barriers. All right, we are back here at the Michael Morgan Show, and today in our studio you will see we have invited a guest here, and his name is no other than Mr.
Well, Fearless Warrior.
The Fearless Warrior. Yeah. All right, and I want to welcome you at our podcast.
Good day, Michael Morgan.
Yes.
Good to be on the show.
Right. There was a lot of discussion behind the scene as to you bringing some balance, because at our last podcast, our last Michael Morgan show, there was some criticism that badgered the guests. All right. Let me sort of, as I tell you,
we copy.
No. I want to explain myself further. So I know that having a strong-minded, fearless warrior like yourself, there's sure to be some balance.
Yes.
And I welcome that. Now, at this segment, we're going to be highlighting the whole question of SIPO's agricultural initiative in the community, where we have planned on the 26th of this month, April, we will be having a tour to the various communities who is already doing agricultural program. So that will basically enhance the Ministry of Youth with their homestead program. As I said before, we will be having a meeting with them soon. They have to finalize a date where we could go in and we could sort of network and have a sort of partnership, because the community would have various stakeholders that would want to be part and parcel of any development that taking place with their youths, with their children, with the question of their first and second and third generation. That is something we have to think about. All right? So if the ministry basically want to sort of enhance the community, obviously they ought to have CBOs, NGOs, and so on, even the pan-theaters, the church, all of them is stakeholders. All right?
Well, just to notify you, Morgan.
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing some work currently in the Simbabwe region.
Yes.
And at a particular meeting where the minister was located, that was the Minister of National Security.
Yeah.
and he's also the MP for the area.
Right.
I did inform him about the agricultural project that the people of Zimbabwe have started.
Yes.
And we have rabbits now, rabbits rearing. We have ducks. We're supposed to get some pigs. And this was an initiative that was started by the people in the community who realized that, look, we have a lot of land space that is underutilized. And it have some parts where the land moving. So what people have decided to do was get the permission of the people who own these lands and started to do planting, cutting the land, cleaning it, and preparing it, and now they start planting it.
Right.
So you have a lot of land that is just there vacant, and people in the community decided, well, young people actually, because a project that I've always been talking about for years, and now that it has gotten off the ground, and I must say hats off to them that, you know, we have taken the initiative to start it and get the ball rolling. So when I heard the program last time about the agricultural initiative that you all have and the caravan in terms of going around to see different things, I said, well, okay, I must get involved in this thing. Because even though we in the community, we must let everybody know what each other doing in different parts of the community, because I may not know what's going on in Seapost.
Yeah.
Seapost might know what's going on in Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe would know what's going on in Despos. And if I tell you, Despos have a grow box that they was doing, and I think it was the hydroponics. No, the aquaponics, I think it was. And they have that little program was going on at one point in time. So they have different groups doing the thing in the community, but the national community don't know that these things operate. All they think is just crime and violence. And I saw you take in terms of the housing problem and thing, in terms of the demolition and thing.
But gentrification issue. That is confronting
you
our
will call it gentrification, I will call it development.
All right.
But
before you go into that, I just want to clarify the whole question of the caravan. Caravan initiative is from the Ministry of Youth, where they now have decided to make it a national program. So that goes hand in hand with CPO's program, where we want to be sensitizing the whole country of East Port of Spain and surroundings is currently doing agricultural program. They might have all this other land, but the intention is to start at the home, which will enhance the homestead program with the Ministry of Youth, and go on to feed themselves, provide food for themselves, and eat more nutritious food. Because
well, if I tell you, how many planets do you have in Porus? How many planets do you have in Porus?
There are several planets.
Several.
So
let me say you have about 20, and each planet might have about what? 6 apartments or 20 of them.
Yeah, it's a large amount of population.
No, 9 apartments in one.
Yeah.
If everybody take a bucket.
I agree with you, but I want to get across a point before you go into that possibility. Now, at our previous workshop, we invited the Duncan Street residents, as well as the Simport residents, to come and explore the possibility of joining hand in hand. That is to create a peace accord, because the both areas doesn't agree well.
The youth came or the olders?
The youth came.
Okay.
Cross on the beat.
The point I'm making here is that the MP of the area elected to join, to be a part of it, as well as Mr. Foster Cummins indicated that the MPs would be part and parcel. So he more or less indicated that he's interested, and what we are hoping to do is to get the corporation, we're hoping to get him to call on the CEO of the of the city corporation in order to assist us. Because at our last podcast, we indicated that we have been disenfranchised in the sense that if something happened in Woodbrook and like a tree fall down or any kind of thing taking place, they just rush and facilitate those people. Okay? And we are not saying that anything wrong with that, but we too need the support of the corporation, and we want to make a special appeal to even private enterprise to assist us in terms of equipment, in terms of support with this same agricultural trust, because it wouldn't be just agriculture. It would be the little grow box, it would be the little agro processing, it would be the fish rearing and things like that. So we surely gonna be occupied doing something positive.
Well, all fairness to the Port of Spain Corporation, all fairness to the corporation, those lands in Woodbrook and these places, I don't know if you are aware that they are under the corporation's ambit. So most of those people, if not majority of the people who in the Woodbrook area, have a lease agreement with the corporation, with the city corporation. So if something happened there, down on that side, they will run to assist. If it is that the land, no, I'm not taking for the people, no, I'm just telling you. So don't make it look like
but when they raise a point like that, it seems as though somebody have to look out for us as well.
Well,
and that is why we made the appeal to the MP to use his good office to speak to the CEO for us to get some resolve or some resolve at our location down here. Right? And we really need the cooperation of, and we don't need the discrimination and this propriety of resources. We need the support of the government institution to assist.
Well,
but we need that.
No, what, did you write the letter, Morgan?
Everything was done, several letters.
And
we are using this medium to appeal, further appeal to these agencies. Of course they didn't. But one thing we are trying to do, one thing we are trying to satisfy your curiosity, one thing we are trying to do is to get the permission letter from one of the private owners, because they're claiming that if they get the permission letter giving the corporation the opportunity to come into the land.
No, you see, I know.
No, don't say yet.
Morgan.
Don't say yet,
Morgan.
Because watch me, that is one issue.
No,
that is one issue.
No, and I'm waiting for you to say that, because you remember I just tell you, the lands in Woodbrook is lease land.
Yeah.
So I was waiting to hear what kind of land is in Port of Spain region.
It have private owners as well as it have abandoned spaces and land and so on.
So who won the letter?
Who
won the letter?
Who have the letter?
No, who won the letter? Is the land private?
We're referring to.
You stop there, boy.
We're referring to the land where I tell you the permission letter to come from. Is that private? No, it's more than one land. It's more than one location. There is several locations in Port of Spain that we intend to beautify, revitalize.
Is it government or private? Because if it's private, corporation cannot come on a private land and do any work just so.
No, well, in those cases, we don't want the corporation to come in private land.
Right.
We want to do a beautification program where we're taking out the old car, and I think they have the rights to clean up the space.
No.
Yes.
No.
All right, is, we don't want to come here and argue. We don't argue. We don't argue.
But just telling you in terms of, if the residents make complaints, and the corporation then goes in. I just tell you the procedure.
We as the community making the complaint.
Right.
We want to revitalize the place, just as how they're revitalizing down at number 1 Independence Square, where they're doing the gentrification.
No, that's not. Well,
that's not gentrification.
No, that's not gentrification.
That's revitalization.
That is what you call development.
Development. All right. Well, you want to go into that aspect concerning that development area?
Well, you can close off the part with agriculture and then you go into the
all right, no problem. Because
development where you call it gentrification.
Okay.
But
quite agreeable with that. Quite agreeable. Yeah, we are back with the fearless warrior, and at our before we take the break, we was about to speak about the question of the gentrification, right? Or the word that development and gentrification, yes. Right? As well as decanting, as well as ethnic cleansing, as well as a whole host of different names.
Okay.
However, at our unfortunate situation at Independence Square, a lot of citizens.
Hold on. What is unfortunate?
Well, I'm explaining.
No, it's so unfortunate.
Unfortunate situation is that people was rooted out of that area.
Yeah?
Was abused.
What?
Police come and beat people. The flames is there to see. You might see it, you might have a cocky eye concerning that.
I saw the people and them being asked to be removed peacefully, and they did not want to be removed. And the legitimate
for reason, because their pocket couldn't afford to go quite south and Siparia, and if they could have sent them to Tobago, HEC send them there.
I am not aware.
You must not be. You see, you wasn't following up the struggle.
No, I followed up the struggle. I can tell you about the struggle. What was going on in Duncan Street? Straight up today.
Well, I would believe you is an apologist for HEC.
No.
Because if you didn't recognize that there is a lady, right?
The chairman.
No, the lady who was the brown skin lady who was up in front of the camera and claiming that the MPs waste of time. That was the statement that caused she to be victimized, where she didn't get no place. She have a family, about 7-8 family in one apartment. She was one of the householder of that apartment. She was the lead person.
Yeah,
she was breadwinner and so on. And her daughter ended up getting an apartment.
Right.
And they claiming that this seven family should go by the daughter to live. That is impossible. That is unreasonable.
Well, let me stop you right there.
Yeah, stop me.
Let me stop you right there.
Yeah.
And you see, you have to look at what is legitimacy and what is not legitimacy. You can be. Now, this is what is always talk about. If you have your documents and you have the rights to live there, then the agency will recognize those who have the rights to live at the apartment. If you don't have the right to live at the apartment, what are you doing in the apartment?
Okay.
No.
These people, I have to breathe because I want to say the right thing.
Okay.
I don't want to be appearing that are talking drunk talk or apological talk, right?
I just tell you the truth.
Now, the fact remains, it might be the truth, but there is a number of issues in terms of the truth and what is fair play and what is justifiable. So, because if you have a family living for the last 80 years, those apartment was there. These families is there for the last 80 years. So they're born, their parents died, and all these other things. So if a family, I'm not contradicting if that is the case. It is there to be proven. If them saying so, we had to accept it so. Because somebody else who ain't know about it can't say something different.
But remember, it's all about the truth, eh? But go ahead.
Yeah, it's the truth, it's the truth.
All right, go ahead.
There's all reason, they have no reason to lie.
What?
No, they have no reason to lie. I went and I did some interview, and the story that was told is that these people have been there for the last 80 years. They come in as children, some of them born there and things like that. So it is natural.
Wait, but before you reach there, Morgan, you talk about 80 years, right?
Yeah, over 80 years.
They know how them buildings was built?
The parents would know.
Right, the parents would know.
Yeah.
They know, do they know that those apartments were not HEC? Okay.
I want to get my point. I want to get at my point.
When people
You're
talking
derailing,
about...
you're derailing, you're deliberately derailing me.
No, I'm not derailing you.
Yes, you're derailing me. So the point I'm making, the point I was making, before you rudely cut me off, right? These people, families, was there. They had a family. They had hopes. They had their whole culture there. Their whole way of life there. All right. They're born and grow it. Some of them children and them, some of the youths and them born and grow and see that taking place.
Right.
And they don't know a history in South. They don't know any livelihood in South. If you put them in South, they're lost. The whole question of the traveling to go to South. All right? Some of them not working, some of them not working. It is difficult.
They will find a job. When?
Yes, I know.
I know that.
I'm talking
in
terms of the natural well-being of the people. If they're not working, they can't just find a job. It's not to say that there was idle there. You're singing as though like there seem to be delinquent where they doesn't want to work or something like that.
Well, maybe,
the whole family. Oh boy, you is an auntie.
No,
you seem to be singing for something.
No,
you seem to be singing for something.
No, I'm not singing for nothing.
Right.
No, I'm telling you the reality.
Right. But the point is, what I wanted to make, the point I was making at, right? Instead of degenerating.
Right.
All right? The same red lady have gotten mauled by a dog, a bad dog, which part she went to live. Any plannings up higher up the
That
road?
is unfortunate. That is
very, very unfortunate. Since that she brother died. She had no place to go. They just leave she abandoned. They would have break down the place on top of she. If she didn't find a place up in which part she brother is.
No, but does she have legitimacy to be at the
She gone by she brother?
No, but did they send her there or she didn't have legitimacy to be there?
They show she was breaking down the place on top of
No,
she.
you're not answering my question.
Yeah.
You see, you want me to go down a road of... Nah,
the question he asked, if they put she there?
Yes, they put she there?
No, they didn't put she there. But they tell she to find a place.
Did she have a right? No, they tell she to find a place, but they put her there.
He's not the legal representative.
The
legal representative who they hire end up turning court.
What?
The legal representative who decided to give pro bono work and would have gotten a financial package from HGC. That was his instruction. That was the agreement. Right? He dilly-dally instruction to send a letter to HGC until the MP deciding to convince him that these people don't really deserve because they're upsetting him. They're going over camera and saying he's waste of time and all this other things.
I know that.
Mr. Producer, can I use words as such? I could go ahead. I get the approval.
Yeah, you can use your words and things.
I get the approval.
They social.
Right? Social thing. And I'm hoping that good head would prevail. Right?
Morgan, there's a number of kings in the armor they will now talk about it. There's a number of it.
Yeah.
Because one, if nobody centered up there, how did she reach there?
You rather she to be on the street?
No, they never asked him.
Yeah, but the point is they're breaking down the place over she.
But Morgan, if I tell you go and look for a place and you decide to go somewhere.
By she family. She went by a family that living up there.
Who sent? So, all right. Yeah, well, you're not answering me.
Yeah.
You're circumnavigating the question.
That's why I say you singing for your support, some kind of thing, man.
If I ask you, Morgan, Morgan, go and look for a place.
Yeah. No, they didn't tell them, they didn't instruct them to say go and look for a place. And what they say is that they're breaking down here. Your daughter don't get a place already. The point I'm making is that it's about several family members is there. You can't say if you get one apartment, all of them had to go in there. HGC had to show that sense of fair play. They had to show
They're not
discussion.
football, you know. They're not football.
Okay.
Fair play is in football. But
All
the
right.
thing about it is
So
that
you saying that HGC have a right to do what they're doing?
AGC has a mandate that they have to carry out, and because they are a corporation soul of the country. If a daughter get the
Apartment,
place,
yeah.
the apartment,
Everybody should go there.
how much people
Like the
was
policy.
living? How much
About
people was living in the apartment?
seven family members,
Seven
children,
members.
children, and things like that.
So the woman had children.
Yeah.
Mommy
and,
still
and
there.
mommy had children, and
Mommy
brother had children, brother had children.
So where we breeding poverty then?
Well, the society, Trinidad society is such. Is as such.
We breeding poverty. Because you can't tell me in a well, how much bedroom? How much bedrooms?
It's about 3 bedrooms.
3 bedroom and you have
Yeah.
7 people. Well, 2 people can fit in a bedroom, 1 sleep on the ground in the joint. Because I don't understand that.
I just,
I don't understand that.
That is not fair play. I don't think your listening audience would interpret that as fair play. You know, I don't think so.
Morgan,
one point I want to make.
No, before you reach Morgan. So you have children,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Your children have the legitimate right to be in the place. So
Yeah.
let me say you had the legitimate right, and you pass it on to your children. Your children now, when the agency decide, well, all right, it's time we're gonna break down the place, they come now and they give your children the right and permission because they have the legitimacy to be in the place. They get them the apartment.
Yeah.
When they come down and they say, okay, all right, daughter or son, you going in this apartment here. Don't you think mommy, all of them supposed to be going the same place with the daughter?
Fearless warrior. What we are simply suggesting that there is several incidents.
So you want agency to give everybody in the house a house?
No, give me a chance to talk your badgering, man.
No, I ain't badgering you. I just
Yes,
asking
you're
you.
badgering me because I'm making a point here now, and I'm saying that several incidents like that took place.
What, dog mauling people?
No, not the
Oh.
dog. I'm talking about the gentrification.
Not gentrification.
The revitalization.
Right.
Because that is their word, right?
Yes.
Revitalizing, right? And what happened, there was legal representation that was taking place in terms that the legal representation would talk to AGC, would negotiate something with AGC
On their behalf.
on behalf of the tenants. In several instances. For some reason, AGC have this policy where they're talking to one individual. So you have a family, and they call in on one side, they call in the next one side.
That is not true.
All right.
That is not true.
Okay.
No, because they had consultation, and I can remember more.
We're not talking about the consultation, we're talking about the legal representation. You could have consultation and people could be dumb as a bat. They ain't bound to understand what this corporation soul is all about. So the point I'm making is that without legal representation,
Right.
okay, it is not fair play. People would always say, well, right, they get advantage, they went where they ain't supposed to go because there was a lot of things that was discussed in the consultation where they would put them somewhere and then bring them back when they develop the place. All that was done in the
Well, the place
consultation.
isn't developed yet. We don't know what's happening.
If you're going quite south, you're disrupting a whole family there.
So
You're
wait,
going
wait,
Pinal,
wait,
you're
wait, wait.
disrupting a whole family there.
No, but let
you
me-
can't bring them back. The intention,
Why?
they say they're not bringing them back. They wouldn't be able
That
to
is
afford.
not true,
They
but-
wouldn't be able to afford the expense of
but
the
Morgan,
city.
But Morgan, since I was young, I have always been hearing the revitalization of East Port of Spain. We saw the maps.
I
Let me be
agree,
realistic.
I agree with that, but there
And we
ought
all
to be some
agreed-
humane
No,
consideration
wait.
in terms of how they do it.
Morgan, we must stop doing this thing that we shift the goalposts every time because it don't suit we.
There's
Because
no-
if you're going to
there's
play fair
no-
play, you have to keep the goalposts the same place and play the game. Am I wrong or right?
Mr. Fearless,
Am I wrong
warrior.
or right? If we play
Mr.
football,
Fear,
let me keep the
you're
football.
badgering me down with that point. I'm not taking that point where you're putting across to me, man. I'm not accepting that.
Oh,
I
because you
can't-
play fair
we
play.
are all
The post-
human beings.
But the post
And a
can't be
government
moving.
supposed to have proper governance to the citizens.
But the citizens
Okay?
were
That
aware.
is That is very unfair. That is
But
basically
wait.
that is not proper
Hold
governance.
on. But Morgan, so your parents knew
Yeah.
that the government come in, because do you know that the government had purchased land from even up the Eastern Main Road, coming all the way to Port of Spain, and there were lands that were done, people didn't get money for,
Yeah.
done paid off everything. Parents know about it, you know. Who is the owners to tell the children now? Not the parents. The government don't come and tell you, hey, you know, we ready for the place now.
That
no?
is proper governance. If them allow people to be there and then blaming the people,
No,
I don't see the logic in
but
that.
if I pay you for your place, you supposed to move.
If it is
And if
that,
you decide
if
you
it
stay
is
there.
that government purchase a property,
Right.
their duty is to
To remove
access the property.
Well, right. So that's
Before
what
they
they come and
purchase
do.
it?
Because that's what they come and do.
That is not the case.
But
That
you
is
know,
not
but
the
you
case.
know admit it.
You're referring two different scenarios there and you bring it to one.
No, I didn't refer to. You know admit it. Did you not just say?
You refer to two different scenarios and you bring it to one.
But did
That
you
is
not-
entrapment.
No.
You're entrapping me. So we got to terminate this show. Right? Next week when I invite you here, I hope you'll change your mind. So, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to thank you all, and please subscribe and like and give a small donation to our program. Thank you very much.